This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all. I'm Shashina Rule. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, efforts are underway to revive Grand Bahamas' economy. Many are hoping that the island will once again return to its glory days. Tonight, a noted attorney is giving his take on the current challenges. He contends that one major investor in particular can do much more to revitalize the island's economy. Grand Bahamas' economy continues to struggle, and while some point the blame at the Grand Bahama Port Authority and even the government, noted attorney Kerry Leonard believes Hutchison Whampoa has a major role to play. He says they have yet to link the synergies of all the components they have control of, like the harbor, the airport, and their hotel property on the Lucaya Strip.
I have yet to see them utilize the synergies. In other words, perhaps reduce the fees at the airport to encourage the tourists in the hotel, to encourage tourists to go to their golf courses in order to sell the DevCo land that's on the golf course, which in turn hopefully then people build houses, and that creates a tremendous amount of employment in the construction industry. If you have people who have houses, they have to maintain them, they have to go to food stores, they use medical facilities, everything gets used, and it creates a much larger economy.
He says Hutchison Whampoa is failing to do what the Grand Bahama Port Authority and DevCo did in the past.
Since Hutchison has come, because I guess because management's 8,000 miles away and these are separate divisions, they've been unable to see the synergies, and as a result, Freeport has suffered badly.
Leonard believes Grand Bahama's potential will remain untapped if something is not done.
The possibilities are tremendous. Freeport is still pregnant with the ability to expand, to grow, but we're not utilizing it because we've turned all the taps off at different locations instead of tying them all together.
He shares why he believes Grand Bahama is not entirely the company's focus.
In 2011, they had a turnover of over $50 billion. Their net profit was over $7.2 billion. I mean, it's a massive company. They employ over 250,000 people. When you consider that's more than half the population of the Bahamas. So I think they're not necessarily focused, especially since they're running it all out of Hong Kong. Rather than, I think they need to give more control to the local management here so that they can try and tie everything together, and they haven't done that yet.
The attorney believes greater attention must be given for the sustainability of Freeport's economy. Now, Hutchison officials on Grand Bahama did not offer a comment on the claims made by attorney Leonard. Switching gears now, it has become a marketing tool for the island, and every year it attracts spectators from around the world while delivering an economic boost to the district. All roads led to McLean's Town yesterday for the Conch Cracking Festival, and as Joan Davis-Roll reports, it lived up to its billing as a total Bahamian cultural experience.
An exciting time in East Grand Bahamas. Hundreds of visitors and tourists alike turn out for the annual Cultural Festival. For the fishing village of McLean's Town, all things Bahamian were culturally cracking in the east as the 43rd running of the leading Bahamian festival got underway. For more than 4 decades, the annual event has been synonymous with the Discovery Day holiday, now known as Heroes Day. Legends of Bahamian music rake and scraping their way into the hearts of residents and visitors alike. A plethora of Bahamian delicacies were offered. Many were in high gear for the conch cracking competition.
We're expecting to see some people who can crack conchs. We hear that it's like the world championship, so we hope it's going to be, a really big contest with some nail-biting moments.
Ahead of that competition, others competed to see who would reign supreme in the grueling conch fritter spoon race.
Oh, winner! I'm feeling fabulous!
I feel like a champion. And my wife got 3rd place. Yeah, here we go. I'm stoked. Great place.
Take you to prepare for the competition.
Oh, months of conch eating and walking with conch and running. Tough training, but it's worth it.
Visitors from around the globe enjoying the music and great food, but say nothing could compare to this.
The people, we love you. This is fabulous.
I like the people. Everyone is friendly. Everyone comes up, says hi to you. Can they help you? They give you directions. We had a guy walk us to a store.
Most like about the island are the people. Fantastic people. We couldn't be more happier just talking with everybody, and everybody's so friendly and outgoing.
So everybody says hello, which is really nice. We appreciate it.
Tourism executive Betty Bethel says they were impressed with the level of the festival's continued success and potential.
This event is all about a celebration of the conch, from taking it out of the shell to preparing it in the variety of dishes that are offered. But to take this to the next level, we really want to see an international or a national conch cracking competition, bringing those persons from the different family islands to compete and show off the various attributes of the conch.
Organizers of the annual conch cracking contest says now is back to the drawing board as they prepare for next year's festival, which they hope will be bigger and better. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Joan Davis-Rowe.
Thanks, Joan. Main-time partners in the tourism sector on Grand Bahama pooling resources to assist hurricane victims in the southern and central Bahamas. As Kimberly Mullings reports, partners are getting help from Eastern Airlines to transport those supplies.
Support is still pouring in across Grand Bahama Island to assist those affected by Hurricane Joaquin in the central and southern Bahamas. The tourism sector on Grand Bahama Island is doing their part to assist. Director for the Ministry of Tourism on the island, Betty Bethel, applauded those involved in this relief effort.
Grand Bahama certainly came through with flying colors. I'm sure we collected well over 3,000 pounds of very, very useful, needy items for our family members and brothers and sisters in the South and in the Central.
Both Bahamas Red Cross centers in New Providence and Grand Bahama are managing the distribution of all items to the affected islands. Stephanie Barr, administrator on Grand Bahama Island, says it has been a pleasure coordinating the relief efforts with the Ministry of Tourism and the public.
I met a lot of new persons who came on and assisted us and will continue to assist us as we ourselves at the Red Cross, we are continuing our drive for that southern district. And so it has been really great. We had Wide World Forwarding, props out to them as they came on board and they wrapped and packed everything.
The Ministry of Tourism was able to secure a cargo plane donated by Eastern Airlines to transport the relief items to a designated distribution depot in the affected family islands. Chief pilot for the airline, Juan Nunez, says it's great to lend a helping hand to the Bahamas in their time of need.
As I started my career in the early 90s flying out of Miami to all the outer islands, so I feel like I have the personal touch and a personal connection with all the island people. We're always very kind to me and very nice, so if I can do anything to help, not only that we're neighbors, but as a human being, it's a great honor to be able to do this to help out the Bahamas.
Vice President for Eastern Airlines Flight Operations, John Furno, says he's also happy to be back and considers it a pleasure to assist.
I haven't been here for 32 years. I came here regularly almost every day with another airline 32 years ago, bringing smaller 737s in, and I'm really happy to come back here. We're sorry what happened to your country, and I hope we can be of some help to you.
The Eastern Airlines flight took off Friday afternoon with all of the donated items en route to those affected in the central and southern Bahamas. Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
Well, churches under the umbrella of the Zion United Baptist Convention converging to devise a plan of action to assist hurricane victims. Leaders say their efforts will be based on the physical and spiritual needs of those impacted by the storm. Megan Shepard has this story.
Churches in the Zion United Baptist Convention coming together to show their Christian compassion for those affected in the South and Central Bahamas during Hurricane Joaquin. General Superintendent of the convention and a native of San Salvador, Bishop Benjamin Ferguson, says he knows all too well the damage a hurricane can inflict, and he is pleased to mobilize this effort.
We are on board, as it is with the other agency, to do whatever we can to assist our brothers and sisters in these community. And we say to them, we thank God for the blessings and thank God for the safekeeping. Now it's time for us to put our effort together to mobilize our work to get them back to a sense of normalcy.
First and second vice presidents of the convention noting that while it is important to care for the physical needs, they are also traveling to the affected islands to pray for and with those affected. Various pastors of the convention are expected to travel to several islands in the coming days and weeks.
Our plans are to make trips to all of the affected islands in an effort to see firsthand what is going on, and then we will meet to assist in the restoration efforts of our churches.
Of course, you know, we know they need the clothes and the food, but of course you need spiritual guidance, and that's what mostly we will be traveling for at this time.
District Superintendent for East and West Grand Bahama thanking members of their congregations for their support. They say as assessments continue, more help may be required in the future.
Our people, though most of them may be pensioners, have rallied together for the cause because we are no strangers to what hurricane can do, especially in the areas where you do not have basic infrastructures. And so I am pleased to say that our people have rallied together, they have come together, and we are pleased to make the donation to assist our brothers and sisters in the affected areas.
Continue to make your efforts and drop off at the drop-off points all the goods that you have. We as a district will be looking at once the leadership of the convention return.
Members of the convention will leave on Wednesday, October 14th for San Salvador. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
In news from the crime beat, Marcus Bailey, a self-proclaimed movie producer with a real-life starring role of his own on Tuesday morning. Bailey, who is also the producer of what he calls Under Hot Fire News, arrived in a police van, cuffed at the hands and shackled at the feet, and was escorted into the Garnet Lavarity Justice Center by officers of the Central Detective Unit. Police issued an all-points bulletin for Bailey last week, and he was arrested a short time later. Bailey appeared in the Freeport Magistrates Court No. 1 today before Magistrate Debbie Ferguson. He was charged with causing grievous harm, possession of dangerous drugs, housebreaking, possession of firearm with the intent to endanger life, and assault with a dangerous weapon. He pleaded not guilty and was remanded to the Department of Corrections until February 8th of next year. Meantime, police in Abaco are searching for a male suspect who is wanted for questioning in connection with the discovery of dangerous drugs that were found at the Marsh Harbor International Airport. Reports are that shortly after 12 noon yesterday, police were called to the Marsh Harbor International Airport where a box containing several packages of suspected cocaine and marijuana were discovered. Police are searching for a male suspect in connection with this matter. Stay with us. There's more news after this.